I thought you said you were starting the recording. Sorry.
It's going now.
All right. So, last session, you all set sail from Oldcaster, and you began your journey towards Iron Dove Island. On your way, you encountered rough weather that seemed to have some sort of mysterious origin. And while fighting your way, sailing through the storm, you started to see shadows begin to form in the water, and creatures began to crawl onto your ship. You and your crew had to fight off an onslaught of these frogfish creatures as they attacked your ship and your shipmates, until finally a very large, very powerful frogfish creature leapt out of the water onto your ship, and you began to battle with it. After a few, it almost seemed that Bungus might have had too much to drink. He was throwing punches and none of them were landing. And eventually, you did manage to fell the beast, and as it died, it gave you a warning of more things to come. You spent the rest of the night. After your battle, the storm seemed to let up a bit, and you spent the rest of your night drinking away your memories of this horrific battle with the rest of your crew. Let's change the music real quick. What's this? I'm sure this is fine. No, that's kind of battly. What's this? Yeah, so. You all go to bed for the night, and all seem to sleep incredibly soundly. You wake up the next morning and get back onto your ways.
Nobody dreams of keys.
Nobody has any dreams, no. At least not yet!
Yeah.
Who said anybody's gonna have a dream?
Sorry, I'm traumatized from that other one. Well, I guess traumatized is the word. Shook.
Shook.
I'm shook.
Man's shook.
The
Right.
man is shook from the dream.
You all wake up, and it seems to be a fair weather day. Where's my weather generator? Right here. Load. It's a little hot. It's about 85 degrees, not too hot. You all are back, but you can tell that you're getting closer to your destination, and the captain doesn't seem nearly as hard on you for today. I was going to say roll me some checks, but I don't think Matt says computer yet.
You can roll for me.
Alright, I'll roll for Matt.
God damn, I keep doing that.
So I'm going to roll his perception check. Jesse, I need a
Nature.
navigation. I think we said nature.
Yep.
And I'm doing a
Yep, nature. Bam.
dex.
Strength check.
Dex or strength, right?
Dex or strength or acrobatics or whatever the fuck you feel like making.
Well, you should do a skill, not a raw stat. If it's gonna be, you should have proficiency in probably either athletics or acrobatics.
okay,
So that
okay.
should
Yeah,
be better.
athletics. So yeah, athletics.
I was
Yeah.
giving you a choice in whatever you felt like doing. On
Okay.
it, so.
Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
Yeah,
getting a. Yeah,
proficiency is important.
it is. You know,
Alright.
being fucking proficient.
Damien, his name wasn't below me, and I almost forgot it for a second. Damien, up at the top of his crow's nest, looks out onto the water, and just over the horizon starts to see land as your ship moves more forward along its path. Atlas, with your good nature check, you get 2 just in the right direction. And then Bungus, with your sailing check, you also get 1 move in the right direction. So you guys actually make it to the island.
Nice.
Ooh.
As you arrive at the island, you can see the land from a few miles away, but as you get closer, you notice that you're not sure if you'd actually be able to make it onto the land of the island, as there are all these mangrove trees just kind of like spread out into the water with big roots that extend far beyond the shores of the island. You spend about 2 hours circumnavigating the island until you finally find a small beach that breaks just enough for you to get a longboat in. You would actually be able to get a lot. What?
Any sign of the of Neckbeard's ship on our way circumnavigating, or?
You did not see Neckbeard's ship at all.
Okay.
Do we see any ships?
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry.
So on this small beach, you would actually be able to fit. You know you would be able to take the longboat there, but on the beach from the distance, you see there seems to be a large ship pulled up on the beach, which, as fairly proficient sailors at this point, you would recognize as kind of strange because you don't dock a ship that size on the beach. You start sailing in a little closer and peek through your spyglass, and you can see the unmistakable build of a dragonborn Udrothian ship.
Oh.
The sails have an entirely different rigging system. They almost work like shutters. And as you look, take a second glance, you notice that part of the rigging seems like it's completely fallen in, and you see cannon holes on the side of it.
You said Dragonborn. What was the
Udrothian. That's their country. That's their country.
Being from Udroth, does it look like it's just like an Udrothian? Sorry, I don't know if you said this, but does it look like it's an Udrothian like warship, or like just general naval vessel like trading?
It looks like a navy ship. For Udroth, they don't have much of a distinction between the two, but it's got cannons on it. And
wonder why an Udrothian ship would be all the way out here. Looks like they were attacked as well.
From our distance, can we tell? Does it look like the ship has been here a while? Are there is there any signs of life on the ship, or does it look like it's really been beached for a while? Like how? I assume if a ship has been there for a while, like the sand would have started to gather up around it, or there would be some
roll investigation.
An investigation check. Okay. 7.
Can I help him? Oh wait, no, he's he's the only one that can really see. I'm just fucking being a dummy moving the ropes.
I got the glass out.
Take your investigation check. Atlas doesn't really know what he's looking for on that. from what you can tell,
just too hard to tell.
Yeah, it's just
okay.
Well,
the ship looks like the damage could have been recent. It could have been.
It's just
a long time ago.
Too hard to tell how long it's been there. Okay. Darrow, did you part on amicable terms with the Udrathian military?
No, I didn't.
Ruh-roh.
Well, maybe we then should not use that connection to our advantage. Perhaps you could pretend to be someone you're not. You're still wearing like Udrathian like military armor and stuff,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Could you perhaps pretend to be someone else of your rank? I do not really know your regalia per se. Maybe a friendly face will ingratiate ourselves with these folk if we do happen to stumble across them.
Dairo does. So he does have like the tabard of Udroth, but he also wears his army insignia.
Will you
whenever you suggest taking off the emblem, he seems very hesitant to do that.
No. I was saying, even though you, Dyror, didn't part on good terms, pretend to be someone who did.
Oh, I see.
Use your connection and rank to your advantage, whatever your rank was. Speaking of which, Dyror, what was your rank in this previous military? Were you a commander of troops or more of a foot soldier?
I was a corporal.
I will pretend to understand what that means.
Look, although we didn't part on good terms, I'm still very loyal to my nation.
There wouldn't happen to be people looking for you from the Navy. Or Army. Were you in the Army or the Navy? Or is that one thing?
I don't know. I don't know how the out of game. I don't know how the military's set up. I assume they're separate, like military branches. I was more of the builder.
I give you free range.
Whatever you say is canon.
There were separate military branches. I was in the army. There might be someone looking for me, but I don't think they're a member of the Navy, although that was many years ago.
I think it's relatively safe then that we should approach. Maybe there are survivors or surviving goods of which to liberate.
Yes, if there are any survivors, we have to help them immediately.
That is what I said. So we take the longboat in?
You have a rowboat, not a longboat.
We take the rowboat in?
Yes. There is a difference. The only reason I correct you.
Yeah.
Longboats weigh way more and can carry more people.
Correct.
You can only carry 6 people.
Good thing there's only 5 of us. Unless we want to take someone else with us.
Do you want to take someone else with you?
I don't know.
What's that goblin? I need to beat it some dice.
I would take the goblin.
Olzat's coming with you?
He doesn't seem particularly handy in a fight, but he may be able to crawl into some small places and find us some interesting things. Olzat! Hop to and come with us on this expedition.
Alright. And don't forget, whatever you're bringing back, that belongs to all of us.
Of course, Captain. We will for sure provide the crew's cut. Of course, excluding the specific item we were, looking for Bungus's personal quest. That does inherently belong to him. We would not want to part a missionary with his sought relic.
So Olzat is like, I guess I can go with you. But like, we're not going like underground, right?
No, surely we would not be going underground.
That we know of, at least.
We would never take you underground, Olzat. You are a friend to us, and we would treat you with the utmost respect and tell you in advance if we were going to take you somewhere where you were not comfortable with. Do you want me to make a deception check?
With the utmost respect, Damien.
With the utmost respect, your deception check minimum.
Yeah, I noticed.
Your deception check minimum is a 17 now, so why the fuck would I bother?
Oh, because it's fun.
Is it really that high? Jesus.
Yeah, he has like 2 feats that boost his deception.
So this is passive deception.
His passive deception is 17. A nat 1 gets him a 17.
That's insane.
My passive deception and persuasion is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Bards, man.
It's just those checks. I basically have reliable talent for deception and persuasion.
Yeah.
And then I also have expertise in deception and persuasion. So those things kind of work together.
Olda just kind of like salutes at you, and then he also stops for a second. He's like, "Also, all right, I'll come. But if you give me any orders anymore, I'll bite one of your fingers off."
Oh, I would never dream of it. I was simply inviting you to join with us.
It's a nice beach.
All right, that's a nice what?
There's a nice beach.
There's a nice beach. Okay. So you guys all climb onto the longboat with
On the
Olza.
beach.
Definitely not the character I was expecting you to bring along with you, but okay.
Hopefully he's willing to go underground and he doesn't have a phobia.
I'll convince him.
Goblin. He should be fucking.
I'm a sea goblin. We live on the sea, buddy. I'm claustrophobic.
Ho ho ho.
Stop! You're scaring him.
You all climb into the longboat. The rowboat. I made
Sorry.
You're fine.
very important distinction between those two things. You all load into the rowboat, and you make it to the shore without much trouble. The waves are a little bigger as you close in because it's like as you're getting like into the little. It's almost like a bay, but it's way smaller than a bay. But like as you get in, the waves start to break and the water becomes super smooth. You pull up along the beach. You seem to be completely surrounded by mangrove forest, other than this little like strip of sand that you've managed to get the rowboat. Keep trying to say longboat. Damn. What do you want to do? To your left, you see this beached warship or naval ship or whatever, and then around the edge of all this little sandbar, you see mangrove and palm trees growing out into a forest with a slight path. I don't know which of you is holding on to the map of Iron Dove, but...
That's me.
Yeah. You definitely would have brought it with you because you're not an idiot. And you pull it out and you can see on the map specifically what part of the beach you're on. Kind of at the feet of the dove, you know? And you kind of try to follow along the track line and you can kind of see a break in the forest that goes along the path that the map would lead you on.
I'd like to investigate the ship. See if there's any living things in there, any survivors, or maybe any cargo that's left over.
How do you want to go about doing that?
I guess I'll just walk up to it. I noticed the cannon holes along the hull. And are there any like breaks in the hull that I could use to gain entrance, or would I be able to climb up onto the deck? I don't really know how it's arranged.
There's on these specific builds, there's a clear, like, almost a ladder built into the sides for people who have fallen overboard to be able to climb up.
I guess I'll just climb up and get on deck and just start searching the ship.
I would like to join him. Just sort of like follow along up the ladder onto the deck. We didn't see anyone. Is the ship like perfectly straight up and down, or is it like tipped on its side?
It's tipped a little on its side, but not too far.
Okay. So would
it's
we have
like horizontal, like it's normal?
You would be able. Do you want to like investigate like the ship before you get on it?
No, I just wanted to see. Could we have seen the deck from below the ship?
You would have been able to see the deck, yes.
And there was no one on it.
You didn't ask that.
I'm asking now. As we are approaching the ship, did we see anyone on the deck of the ship as we walk up?
So as you walk up to the ship, you can start to get a much clearer look at the deck, and you see a lot of blood. The strangest part is the closer you get, you start to notice the temperature drop. It feels
like the
colder.
Ship is cold?
Almost like, yeah. And as you look up, you can see these big patches of ice that seem to have formed around the rails of the ship, and you see a body that's head is like encased in ice. Its little limp dragonborn claws are being held or just dangling lifelessly, and the head is just being attached to part of the ship rigging just by this ice.
This disturbs me. I want to cast or use my divine sense. See if I can sense any celestial fiends or undead. The range is 60 feet.
You don't sense anything. You don't sense anything divine or demonic or anything around here.
All right, then I'll just.
And you get a strong feeling that whatever attacked this ship is no longer here.
Well, Dyror, he will say a prayer to the dead Dragonborn in Draconic.
Are you still climbing up the ship?
Yeah, I guess I would, yeah.
Right. And so, like, are they alone, by the way? Did the three of you also?
I would go with.
Okay. Bungus, Berlin?
I
The
don't.
goblin's like, I'm not touching
Yeah,
that
I would.
shit.
I can
Bullseye's
go.
like, I'm not touching that.
I'll go in with him. Fuck it.
Right.
Because if it's on the island, I want to know. We might encounter it later when I'm looking for my relic.
Okay. So you climb up and you start investigating. So you all get onto the dock. You can see whatever happened here. It was a bloodbath. You see like empty musket balls, like and black powder, like just littered along the ground. That's the word I'm looking for. And the temperature is much lower now. You can feel the ice coming on. It's not like cold still, but it's just like you were in 85-degree weather before, and now it's like you're in 60-degree weather, just standing on the ship. You can see drips of water start to come down where some of the ice around everywhere is melting. And you notice one particular line of ice where it seems to follow in a straight, very unnatural looking line, just along the boards.
Darul, we saw you spit a gout of flame. Could this perhaps been the breath of one of your brethren? Some sort of ice dragonborn?
Would, based off the size, like the amount of ice and all that, would it seem like it's similar to, like, my dragon breath?
You roll history and arcana, I guess. History or arcana?
I'm pretty shit on both, so let's do arcana.
Right. You remember some dragonborns that had different breath abilities than yours. You think it's in the realm of possibility that there's a dragonborn that breathes ice.
It's certainly possible, although I can't say for sure. Perlin.
Yeah.
I didn't sense any evil forces on this boat, but does this ice look like it's magical in some way?
Let me do a check.
Arcana.
Cool.
The ice definitely seems magical, but
Okay. You can't tell. I
can't really trace what would have cast it.
Well, it doesn't seem to be melting, even in this heat.
It is melting. It's just melting slow. Like I just described, like drips of ice where it's melting.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So if it is melting, and I mean, we can assume at some point it was larger. Maybe that points to something bigger than a dragonborn per se. It also points towards a time frame that this couldn't have happened too long ago, or all the ice would have been melted.
Very true. Do we know if, like, actual dragons are common?
I would say roll history, but for you specifically, because you're a dragonborn, you know that dragons exist, but you don't. You may have seen a dragon in your life, but like that's an exception for you because you're a dragonborn. Like you're no way kin to them. They're not very common, and you, from the legends of your people that you would have heard, you know that they seem to have been more common in the past and a lot less common now.
Okay. Well, if they're super rare, then I'll just keep that to myself, I guess.
Okay. So you guys right now are just on like the upper dock of the ship, and are you gonna still explore the ship or anything?
Should we Should we go deeper, see if there's more to find?
I'm willing to go deeper into the ship.
Can I do an investigation check to see if, like, I don't know, did they seem like they got off the boat? Did they go? Did it look like anywhere around the boat has been explored or anything, or is it just kind of drifted ashore?
Roll investigation, yeah.
Boop.
I was really hoping you'd roll better.
Could someone
I'll give you advantage. No.
I'll look. I'll be like looking around, and be like,
You don't notice any other like footprints or boot marks or any blood in the sand around the ship. That's about all you look around.
I don't know what their mission here was. I don't know. Maybe we can find something deeper to figure out what they were doing.
So, are you guys like wandering around the ship?
Is there access to like a lower deck?
There would be access to a lower deck. There's also an upper deck where like the helm would be that you haven't explored yet. Because you're just looking around the main deck and they don't keep very much there.
Daryl, why don't you take some members of the team and head below decks, and I will take Oslot, and we will go inspect this upper deck, and we will meet you down below.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Alright. Guess I'll start heading towards the entrance to the lower deck with whoever wants to come.
I'll go with you.
And you have my sword.
As you start heading back, you hear almost a reaction to your conversation. A low, grumbling voice say, "Arline."
What did he say?
Sounds like it was coming from the upper deck.
From the upper deck.
Yeah.
Is that Run?
I want to turn and look
It
up
was
there.
Arhan.
Oh, Arhan. Yeah, I'm gonna look. Guess it's gonna catch all of our attentions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn and look at Dyror.
You're muted, Bessie.
I'm going to turn and look at Dyror.
I'm just gonna ask who speaks.
Get over here, you wretched whelp.
So from where I'm standing, can I see where the voice is coming from?
You can see a bit, like the helm moving. Like you can see a bit of like the helm's like the wheel like move a little bit as that voice speaks.
Okay. I guess I'll do what the voice wants. I'll walk up to the helm and
As he like approaches the stairs, like where I assume I'm sort of at the bottom of. Daryl, do you? I'll whisper to him. I don't want to whisper because then you won't be able to hear me.
Yeah.
Daryl, do you recognize this voice?
do I recognize this voice?
You do.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna nod, then I'll walk up the stairs to the helm.
Just sort of pat him on the back as he goes.
As you step up, You see an older dragonborn. I imagine him with blue scales. He's holding a wound on his lower abdomen, and as you get that look, you realize he's not actually voluntarily holding the wound. It seems that his hand is frozen around that wound. His other hand is frozen to the helm, and thus, as he speaks, the helm moves a little bit. And he looks up at you with a burning hatred. And he says, "I never thought your treacherous mug would be the last one I see."
Is this Zarius Kreve?
Yes.
It's good to see you again, Kreve. Surprised you're still alive.
I could say the same for you.
Although it appears our circumstances are much different than last time. Why are you here?
We were here on orders from the Emperor. We must retrieve the gem.
Do we know about this gem that he's talking about?
I have a feeling that that gem might be the relic that I'm talking about.
Ooh. Interesting. Because we too are also here for some sort of relic.
Persuasion. Why are you rolling
No,
persuasion?
sorry. I'm testing the macro
okay.
to see if it works.
Who attacked you? What happened here?
We were on our way to this island. A ship with white ravens on the sails. Flying the Agrian flag.
Which flag?
The Agrian.
Agrian, okay.
They pulled us aside and asked our business. The bastard called us pirates. He moved so quickly, boarded us before we even noticed. Every stroke of his weapon did this.
Ice?
Yeah. He manages to grasp his hand around it, kind of breaks it off of the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
You have any loyalty left to Udroth? He grabs a totem around his neck and rips it off and hands it to you.
Okay.
You must not let the relic fall into dwarvish hands.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Going the races then.
Well, I'll take the totem and look at it. Then I'll look back up at him. Or I assume he's on the ground at this point.
He's still on the ground. He doesn't appear to be able to move.
And
let me. I have to stop this song before it gets to a certain part. Die roller. Except genius.
So I'll just take the totem and look at Zarius, and then
Agrians and the dwarves and the men have declared war. I lived
to send word to the Emperor.
Had tensions with Agra really grown that quickly?
I appeared so.
I'll pocket the totem and then I'll say, Zarius, you are scum.
Mm.
You are not fit to walk on this earth any longer, and I will give you this final mercy, and I will end your life quickly. But I'm going to say, do I know if anyone else speaks Draconic?
Do you?
We've never had an occasion to speak Draconic.
I'll say something to him in Draconic, but I'll whisper it to you, Quentin.
I'll just say, I do not speak Draconic.
I'm gonna wear that card a little closer to my chest.
Alright.
I'll say the and Draconic.
Okay.
There's one more thing.
I'll say you like whisper it to him.
Yeah.
And he whispers back to you.
And after exchange of words, I'm going to bring up my glaive, hold it over his chest.
The last thing he says to you.
Oh.
Find the White Raven. Kill him.
And I'll nod, bring up the glaive, and then stab him in the chest, trying to just instantly kill him. Just, you know.
Right. Not gonna make you hold up at anything. He's like frozen in place, like you
Right.
obviously
Yeah.
aren't just gonna like whoop hit fungus or
Roll natural one.
You drop the glaive, it rolls down the stairs and hits Atlas right in the back.
Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'd have to go and get it.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll kill him. And then I'll say a prayer in Draconic over his body.
As you stab through his torso, his head drops and his mouth slightly ajar, drips a few last drops of blood. He is slain.
A merciful death was too good for him. He was a tyrant and a warmonger. But I hope he rests in death. And
Just,
I guess that's all I gotta say.
I'd like to walk up behind Dyror, just sort of put my hand on his shoulder. Dyror, who was this fella?
1 second, let me pull up my... That was Zarius Creve.
How do you spell Creve?
I spelled it Kreev.
Alright.
He was the commanding officer of my battalion when I was in the Udrothian army. He led us on many successful war efforts against the Tieflings, Lizard Folk, even a rival Dragonborn faction. We had followed his orders without any, without question, but whenever he ordered us to slaughter a settlement of innocent civilians for resisting Udrothian control, I refused. So it was an oath I took when I first saw combat, to not kill innocents.
I understand. Well, it was a mighty kindness that you did to him, and I'm sure whoever you were praying to will look down on you fondly for the mercy given to this wretched soul.
I hope so.
Why don't you take the team below and see if there's any information we might gather on this ship as we head further into this island looking for so named relic or gem.
All right.
Bungus, could you give me a hand for a second?
I will walk up the stairs.
Alright, so as the rest of the group sort of leaves, I'll just sort of go over to Bungus and be like, give me a hand unsticking him from the post here. I would like to toss the body. Additionally, you wouldn't happen to know what he was saying about dwarvish people? Do you have any knowledge of this white raven fella?
Did you overhear that? I didn't think that any of us heard. I thought that was just a...
Well, I don't think we overheard the end part, but the rest of it was in common, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
so we were... I mean, I was like standing halfway up the stairs, so...
Okay. I don't know what the dwarvish people would have with this relic. My temple... I mean, the monk who sent me to look for this and sent me to Iron Dove Island is a kobold.
A kobold?
Yes.
Interesting.
Like
I'm not one of their kind.
Kobolds are like dragonborns, right?
They're similar.
They're like
What's the
Ish.
lore in
Both,
World God? Are they like an offshoot race, like Neanderthal?
Yeah,
versus...
they're fairly close. Like the scaly people, the scalies are all
similar.
One branch of the family. Yeah.
Dibs on being the first one to break in that new term. You scalies.
oh, no.
Our temple doesn't really have a dwarvish like allegiance. It's more of equal, like what you say.
So it's more religious in nature, less racial in nature.
Yes. This is not a yeah.
Understood. It's always appealing to find religions that are approachable by all races. I highly respect you for that. So, White Raven does not ring any sort of bells.
Would the Elder Kobold have told me anything about a White Raven?
No.
Nope.
However, Damien, you can roll a history check.
All the backstories coming together.
History. Let's hope I roll this well.
Ooh.
Okay.
With your noble background, you being like from Agria, at least a region of Agria, you recognize
Which we need to touch on.
Yeah. You recognize this symbol of the White Raven as the crest of the Kensington family.
Is that K-I or K-E?
K-I, Kensington.
That's what I thought.
You, with a 19, recognize that there is an admiral who sails these waters under the name Admiral Alistair Kensington, who became a very notable, military guy in the Gulf.
You said the Gulf?
Yeah, you guys are in the Gulf right now.
Oh.
Well, you're actually in a region of the world referred to as the Twin Gulfs, but...
Does it just look like two boobs, or
It's like a ball sack.
Yeah.
nice?
Yeah, I say we've seen the map.
It kind of looks like Hagandi's.
Ah, sorry, I was too early. Sorry.
What are the Gandhis?
Hagandi's fucking nuts, dude.
Well done.
Indubitably.
All right.
Right.
So as we toss this body, me and Bungus, do we find anything of interest?
We find.
Kick the wrist off, like kick his wrist, and it just shatters.
Yeah, I mean, I brought you to break him free, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kick the wrist, and it's just like his wrist just like completely snaps off, and like his
like
hand
a
is just
hand.
now frozen to the abdomen.
Yeah.
Being Atlas, you pat him down a bit, and you find about 12 gold on his person, as well as a small ring.
Okay. I pass 6 gold to Bungus,
Hey.
and I keep the small ring.
Right. Oh, God. Okay. I appreciate the 6 gold.
Right.
Of course,
what
I
are the
would
rest
always
of
share with a loyal companion.
Oh no! But what about the captain's cut? I'm gonna chuckle with him.
So we'll loot the body, and then we'll slowly make our way down to meet up with the rest of them. I assume they'll take over from here.
Great. Do you guys still go on below deck?
Yes.
Okay. Roll investigation checks. Perlin, Damien, and Dyror. Boom, boom, boom. Damien, that's perception.
Oh, sorry. I heard perception.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So you find a couple of crates. You manage to pry them open, and you find about 10 days worth of water. Just a bottle. You also find a few nice nets, and about... Holy shit. I just rolled max on that. You roll. You find altogether about 100 gold scattered between the bodies and everything you use.
Jesus.
I rolled a D100 and got 100.
Oh god
Nice.
damn.
So do we remember what share the ship gets of that?
Kill load of this guy.
I think it was supposed to be equal shares.
Perlin, as the quartermaster, would be like, yeah, every member of the crew gets an equal share.
Barlin.
How big is our crew?
I think 10 official members, and then the captain doesn't count the kid in that.
Now, I'm sure we all enjoy being a part of this crew, but I think we enjoy being a part of this crew, as in this crew in this room right now, the most. How about Dairo and I take 30 gold and you take 40 gold?
I don't know. We need to report at least some money found, right?
Dairo and I will take 20 gold. You will take 30 gold and figure the map out.
Okay. You missed it. I rolled a 100 out of a 100, so they found 100 gold.
Nice. Have we caught up to them yet?
You probably have caught up to them, but by the time you catch up to them, it seems that they've already taken anything of specific interest.
That wasn't anything of specific interest. Only a little bit of gold to share amongst the crew.
We're the crew.
It's a pretty high insight check.
I mean, I don't believe anything that comes out of Damien's mouth, so...
Damien, roll a deception.
We're gonna get into a fist fight here.
You get the feeling that he might be hiding something from you, but you're not sure exactly what. But you assume it's probably the large sum of gold that he is currently pocketing.
I totally understand,
Sorry,
Damien.
Dyrol fronted me some money back in town. We were doing a thing.
Of
We
course.
were hanging out.
Of course, of course. Is there anything else that, have you guys completely looked through, these, lower chambers?
As you're talking, one of the bodies that's standing next to you's arm throws up and grabs your shoulder atlas.
Oh shit!
I would like to, like, spin and freak the fuck out.
Olzot pops out from behind and is like, ah!
I forgot about Olzon.
Well, Ozart, that was quite clever of you, you little rascal, you. I'm so glad we brought you along.
What's your passive perception?
My
Roll
passive,
it to bitch slap.
my passive perception is 14.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, you don't notice, and your wallet gets a little lighter.
Okay. Well, in that same vein, I was going to talk to Damien. Damien, I am sure there's nothing. Did you, so as I sort of like put my arm around him, sort of pat his back, did you take a chance to look through the rest of this cabin area? Were there any sort of crew quarters or footlockers of any kind that we might need to investigate?
Fuck you.
Somebody's pickpocketing you.
No, I don't lift anything. I just sort of like take a look, realize he's gotten some more money, and leave it. I just wanted to know. Atlas wanted to know what potentially could have happened, so I just wanted to take a peek.
Oh, that's fair. I don't think we did look in. Just actuality, I don't think we looked everywhere.
I'm gonna say you poked around, and like it seems to be a fairly
Open floor plan.
vessel. Like yeah, you seem to have found everything of like immediate interest, other than there's probably some like nets, maybe a crowbar or something lying around that you might use.
Was there any dry gunpowder on board, or any firearms?
There are cannons on the lower deck. They're fairly heavy.
Don't really want a cannon. I have been envying the pistols that Kymel has.
Okay. You do find, if you poke around a little bit more, you'd find probably a crate or two of black powder. But it doesn't seem like any of these soldiers carry pistols.
Okay. I would like to just like
crossbows type.
Yeah, take sort of like a small pouch of the black powder and just keep it on my person.
Okay.
I'll just mark a small pouch of black powder.
Okay. What sort of storage conditions do we need to keep that in to avoid it exploding in our pockets? That's an assumption I'm making.
I'm thinking like a cinched leather bag would be like, relatively waterproof to an extent, and I mean, unless I explicitly caught on fire, I don't think it would likely explode.
Yeah, you should be.
And even then, it would probably smolder first. I could like rip it free of my belt and toss it or whatever.
I would also like to take seeing Atlas do this. I think that's a really good idea, and I want to take a bag as well.
I see, Daroid, you're just copying everything I do at this point.
I do.
Do all of us look the same to you?
Do all of us
humans and Dragonborn look the same to you?
Oh, I said Daroid.
Yeah.
But yes, I am.
Well, Damien, your name is just so unoriginal, and so
I was thinking about the same about your accent.
Well, Damien, just because we happen to have similar breeding does not really necessarily mean we have similar quality. I wouldn't necessarily
admit that.
associate. Shit, that's good.
No offense, Perlin.
I didn't even catch the remark. What was it?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yes, Perlin, do not listen to this miscreant. Let's be on our way. There seems to be nothing left to find here anyway.
Yes, let's get out of this place. We have something to find.
You guys don't hear any background noise on my mic, right?
I don't. Do we know if this gem's on the island? Like, do we need to further explore the island?
The god's not here right now. You've been talking to no one.
Oh, I know.
Well, we know that Bungus is looking for something on this island, a relic of some kind. We don't know if it's a gem.
Okay.
Bungus, do you know what this relic you are looking for is, other than a relic? Is it the same gem this Creve fellow was speaking of?
All I know is the mysterious shrine built. I said a lost treasure hoard. So
read it louder. Everyone can't hear you.
I'm trying to get some summation. Like
no,
Wait, so this is the... Wait. No. Oh, okay. So, all I know is that my Kobold Master was searching for... Be returned to a piece. Oh, so there's a mysterious shrine underneath our temple, and there's something that it's missing, and we don't know what it is, but my Kobold Master has tracked it down to Iron Dove Island. And I'm assuming it's just a shrine that holds something, and I can assume that it could be a gem. Very easily could be a gem.
Do you know the approximate shape of this mysterious item? Is it like diamond in shape? Is it a circular object of... You don't know. Okay. Well, we will keep our eyes out for anything that could potentially fit into a shrine.
I'm sorry. That's all I know.
Are you sure you're on good terms with this kobold fella who sent you on your trek?
He said it was his life's work. He's grown too old and wary to travel.
Well, he certainly was a little lax in the details.
Yes. Very much
Perhaps
so.
if we explore the island some more, we will find some more information that will lead us in the right direction.
Yeah. Right now, I mean, our safest bet is the gem.
Okay.
So
I assume you guys have like climbed off the ship. You've probably just started like chucking the water rations and the crates along and started loading up the rowboat with them.
is there a path or any sort of trail that leads off the beach into the jungle? Is it a jungle, or is it more of a forest, or?
Do you know what a mangrove tree is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
a mangrove forest.
Like a mangrove forest, yeah. And,
okay. Which is very kind of jungle-ish.
Yeah, very jungle-ish, and very hard to navigate, especially on foot. But from referencing your map, again, you're glad you've had that fucking map. You start like trying to pinpoint where the path should start, and you see a slight opening with. You see a slight opening you could probably all fit through. And as you like peek around it, you would see what appears to be a footpath just in the distance. So climbing over some really strange, tangly, wiry roots.
Did we land? So referencing the map, did we land sort of in this crotch section of the bird, or did we?
Yes.
Okay, so the slightly lighter colored section.
Mm.
Okay. So then we're trying to make our way through. Looking at this map, there does seem to be a symbol that is indicative of some sort of temple-type location. Although it is past this scary-looking skull. I believe once we head up further into these hills or mountainous terrain, we might be on our guard for any sort of undue elements, monsters, creatures of some kind.
Well, whatever we come across, we simply destroy them and move on.
I think that being on high alert is a good idea.
Okay.
Olzat's gonna say, so there's a lot of stuff. Do you want me to like start rowing it back, or like? I mean that camp is pretty dark, you know.
I think that might be best.
I would like to bring out my lantern, or not lantern, torch, and light it. Because I know I do not have dark vision. I
Probably don't need
believe
dark vision to navigate this forest. It's not super dark. Olzat just is coming off as kind of a shaggy dude.
a shaggy do.
Yeah.
Is this a slur, or is this just a...
Yes, it's a slur. We'll go with that.
Alternatives to greenskins. Shaggy do.
Yes, Olzat, if you would like to take the rowboat back to the ship and deliver the supplies we found, I think that would be great. Why don't you redeliver those and then be watching for a signal on this beach. We'll light a bonfire of some kind to signal that we are ready to be picked back up.
Roger, roger.
He looks very happy with that answer.
As he sort of takes off, I will just sort of mention to the group, I think that might cover the captain and crew's portion of the haul of this adventure, if you will. Rations being in short supply as they are, I believe that would fulfill our obligation.
By the way, did everybody level up?
Yes.
I did.
I did.
No,
Is that code for we're about to go in combat?
No, I'm just. It's not code for you're about to go into combat, Matt.
Sure sounds like it.
no, I did not level up.
Yeah. I just.
Make sure to grab 2 spells on level up.
You get 2 spells on level up.
Where do I see the spell options?
Just search
it'll be in one.
Wizard
It'll be in
5e
one of the level
spells.
up, automatic level up pages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, or you can do that.
Yeah.
On the character sheet, I can just tell it I leveled up.
No. Oh, so there's a character mancer option. So on the character sheet,
Yeah.
you have. Let me get your character sheet. You have. You can go to spells, like core bio spells, and then there's the little here. At the bottom, there's like launch level plus character mancer.
Do you realize when you click on stuff, it does it on my screen too?
I do realize that, yes.
That's super weird. Okay.
Yeah, but so launch level plus character mancer, and then just it's pretty self-explanatory. It's at the bottom of the 3rd column. All right. So you're walking through the woods. There's no one around, and your phone is dead.
Shia LaBeouf.
All right. Getting onto the initial footpath is a bit difficult, given the nature of mangrove tree roots. I'm sure all of you have probably had at least 1 or 2 moments where you had your foot get caught by something that you thought you stepped over. You managed to pull around and finally get onto dirt, and it was only about like 50 feet or so of walking on these, but it felt like a mile of walking on this crazy uneven terrain, and feeling like you're going to slip every step. When you finally get back on the dirt, your feet are just so happy to be standing on level ground. And you start walking down the path. It's fairly straight until eventually you come to, you can see like a cliffside build up beside you. You can see up the hill pretty high, but you can't climb up there, and you start to walk around it. The terrain walking around the cliff is fairly flat and barren until you get out there, if you're lucky. And
does this seem like a path that's been cut in by like human means, or I guess humanoid means, or is this a game trail, or is it undiscernible?
Part of it seems like a game trail would be like animals have walked on it, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Does it seem like this
most of it
is
seems like a game trail, but the earliest part you were walking on seems like people might have been there.
Does it look like there are like branches and stuff cut through to make the path more accessible? No, it just seems like there's been some travel that has worn down this area of ground.
Yeah, you can see some branches that have like broken and
but no one's hacking their way through.
No, it doesn't look like something hacked its way through. It looks like something just kind of like brute forced its way through.
As of recent, or
yeah, do the breaks still seem fresh, or
roll persuasion or investigation? Or
can I do a nature?
Perception or investigation, or nature. Nature will also work.
I'll do nature. Can I get since Atlas?
Yeah, Atlas, give him advantage.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
All right.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Okay. You're looking around at the trail and you see some of the branches for the smaller plants have been broken. You see where other plants have been down. You notice some big hunks of bark that appear to be scratched off of trees. And you see this, like, small bird carrying a piece of, like, really fine fish netting, just hopping around. That's what you see.
Fish netting.
Mm-hmm. It's just like some, ocean trash.
Okay.
Seems like it.
Plastic water bottles.
Those don't exist in this.
Ceramic water bottles.
The 6-pack rings. The plastic rings.
It's got the little plastic rings. Yeah.
I don't like the look of it, but I can't tell if it's fresh or anything, so...
Yeah.
We push on, I guess.
I don't have a great nature. Would I know that... Like...
So, if you start the question with, I don't have a great nature, the answer is probably no.
Okay. I just don't know how general the knowledge is, so...
Okay, it's...
I'm...
anything...
I would say I'm more of a...
Probably...
I'm more of a city kid, so I wouldn't know. So we'll just say no.
Okay.
I'm from the mountains, so this is all foreign territory to me.
As you... so you guys are just continuing on the path that the map tells you to take?
I guess.
Alright.
I want to keep my eyes off the path, though.
Okay.
I want to watch things like, I don't know,
Damien
things in the nature, or for, I don't know, jungle creatures.
You guys start realize a very steep incline to your path now. You are walking straight uphill, and it's actually pretty difficult at parts. You're basically grabbing onto trees and then like standing behind them to prevent from falling off this like very, very steep hill angle, and then like grabbing the next tree and kind of like almost like rock climbing up, but with like the different trees. You can definitely tell that this is not the very established, or like there's not a whole lot of traffic to this area. And eventually you make it about to a part where the hill starts to level off, starts to be a lot more flat. As you get to the top, you're standing in a little spot, and you see below you, like downhill from you, if you follow the path that you are currently on, you see this large nest, almost like a giant bird's nest, to the size of which that all 5 of you could sit around and still have room for a few more people.
Perhaps we should... I don't know that we can potentially avoid this area, as it seems on our way to our destination, but perhaps we should be quiet and attempt to sneak past this general area?
Anyone else want to chime in?
Well, I can tell you that I am not the stealthiest, and my armor is quite noisy.
Do I see any white feathers?
You do not see any white feathers.
Damn.
If you see any feathers, you might see a couple of feathers. They seem to be a dark brown.
Are they large? Like, how big are these feathers? Bigger than the harpy feathers, or like
Bigger
a
than
foot
the
and a
harpy
half
feathers.
long? Like,
Bigger than the harpy feathers.
okay. I do not know that I would like to tangle with any creature that makes a nest this large. Perhaps trying to pass by quietly is the best option for this. Understanding our difficulties and such.
So the area that the nest is in is like lower, flatter, and you can see like a straight shot downhill into this little valley that you would be going to. To your left, it would be. You can see down. You can see there's like a pretty sheer cliff, but not super sheer, and with good, like, I guess dexterity, with good like mobility, you'd probably be able to go just down this cliff, kind of sliding your way down.
So we could attempt to
or you can try to sneak around the.
We can attempt to like climb down a steeper section, or we could attempt to go past the nest. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, what is your preference? I'm more inclined to try to sneak past, but you stronger folks might want to use your athletic abilities to climb down these rough terrain. Is there a particular interest in one or the other? Dairo, I'm specifically speaking to you.
Well, I don't know how confident you are in scaling down sheer cliffs. That would probably be the fastest and most direct manner, but I know many of you are not athletic. If we did attempt to sneak through this area, I'm afraid I would most likely draw too much attention, although I have no doubt that we'd be able to deal with whatever may attack us, if that be the case. So we could also simply cut our way through, so to speak.
Should we take a group vote on it?
Yes.
I was gonna say, could we possibly split, like, me and Diver climb, keep a lookout?
Well, you'd be bypassing the nest if you climbed, and if we should happen to run into any trouble, I believe we might need at least Diver's assistance.
Yeah. Let's have the heavy hitters take the non-combat way, and then the weak ones. Weak? Not weak, but the ones that don't take a hit nearly. The squishier ones, if you will.
I'm fine with attempting stealth, although I know I'm at a disadvantage.
Same. I'll also try, but it's not gonna be.
Be ready for a battle.
Who knows? Maybe we'll roll high.
So explain to me the athletic option. I want to try to think on this one real quick.
So the athletic option would be you kind of sliding. It wouldn't really be athletics so much as I think I'll let you do it as athletics, but it'd be more like you're kind of like slowly climbing down this hill and like basically sliding on your feet down like dirt patches and stuff.
As an alternative, can Dairo and I stand at the top of the hill with a rope and lower people down?
You might be able to do that.
How far down is the hill?
Probably about 60, 70 feet.
I have 50 feet of rope. I think most of us do, actually.
Could Dairo and I tie our rope together?
Only if you know what knot you would use.
It's a bow.
Yeah, tie it together with a box knot. That's what we're doing. Roll a rope save.
And I also think Damien would also suggest this in character.
Well, I will leave it up to the group. Who would like to go the more athletic route? Potentially with a rope? I see 1, 2.
I might like to see how this rope looks before I use it.
Okay. With 3, I believe we will take the more athletic route.
Are we assuming that Bungus
that's like
also
you.
chose athleticism?
No, I mean I'm indifferent to it. Sorry, I'm eating right now. I don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, I was counting Perlin's vote.
Oh, I didn't see Perlin.
Well, mine said
He would like to see how it works
did
first.
vote.
Yeah.
Fair.
So, after Damien tries to tie the 2 knots to get 2 ropes together as like
Was
his
this
little
rat to you, Daroa?
shitty box knot, and he starts tugging on them, and you see the ends of both ropes just start pulling in. Dyror, you with your military experience take over, and you're like, let me do that. And you tie 2 double fishermen, and then lock them together. And,
Be sure to, show
Yeah.
how to do that so people can do it in the future.
as somebody who does this kind of stuff, I know the exact knot you would use for this, which is the only reason I brought it up.
Yes.
Yeah, you do 2 double fishermen on both knot, and then when they slide together, they'll self-tighten. But yeah, that's what you do, and you're like, I think this will be a little better. I shouldn't speak for you. What do you say to him?
Can I try to
This should
perceive
be a little better.
how speedy this seems?
Thank you, Daryl.
Sure. Roll. Yeah, that's
You
more
have
of an
proven yourself to
investigation
be beauty and brains.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
Roll what?
thing. Investigation.
Okay.
That's rope.
Does this look good to you, Perlin?
You tug on it, and it seems pretty stout, but
Yep.
you really don't know what you would check for.
Yeah, I'm realizing I should have paid more attention in Boy Scouts, but he seems to know what he's doing, I guess, so I'll go out and roll.
Elf Scouts.
Yes. Yes, Elf Scouts, very inclusive.
Oh.
All right, who wants to go first? Damien and I can stay at the top, and
I figured we were both going to stay at the top.
yeah, we
Okay.
can both stay and just hold as everyone else goes down.
Bungus, would you like to go first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Wow.
Perlin, as an elf, you'd probably be the lightest.
Yeah. Who said that?
But Bungus is the most mobile, in case something happens.
I'm squishy, so
Okay.
I
I mean, would Bungus volunteer or would Bungus not volunteer?
I mean, if it gets me to the relic, I guess I'll go for the sake of my temple.
Do it for
Well, Bungus, if you're not comfortable, I will go first.
Nah, I'll get
Okay.
down there. I don't want to risk it.
Okay, so our belayers, we'll call them, roll a strength save, and Bungus roll either athletics or acrobatics.
Frank, save?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're really not super sure what you're doing. You're just kind of like lowering the rope and holding him. And Bungus, you're actually like lowering down pretty well. You're like grabbing branches and kind of like moving your body down pretty well. And Damien, you get tugged over just a little bit, but like you don't fall or anything. You just kind of like start leaning in a bit further. And after
Wreaking havoc on my back.
45 seconds, a minute, Bungus safely, without damage, touches the ground below.
Hey. I'm gonna
Oh, right. I'm gonna
signal up to him. I don't want to be yelling or anything.
All right. Good call. I am paying attention.
Okay, so I assume I motion the next person on down.
I'll go next.
Alright. Same deal, strength save, athletics check.
Oh, athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, acrobatic. Either or, doesn't matter. This time goes actually a little bit smoother than last time. You seem to be getting the hang of it. You realize, I shouldn't just kind of feed them the rope with my arms extended. You kind of have your arms held in a bit more and kind of like are using the top of your hand as a counter pulley to the top of the rope and slowly letting it go through the metal on your glove. I assume you're wearing metal gloves, right?
Oh, 100%. This would fucking suck if it was just robot flesh.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't have hands at the end of this. You would just have, like, bones.
Bones in the ocean, if you will.
He shot it.
Roll credits.
That's the name of the movie!
It's over. That's it. Wrap it up.
All right. Who's next? What's happening next?
So, with this experience we're getting lowering people on the rope, I assume what we're expected to get on our saving throw is lower.
Yours no, but maybe that is true for Damien.
Oh god.
I'll wait until after.
You can
I don't
roll
know if I like
acrobatics.
this idea anymore. I guess I'm kind of metagaming. If it's I don't like it because I know I have to roll a saving throw.
You just have to
No,
roll
you have to roll
acrobatics.
athletics or acrobatics.
All right, I'll roll it.
Our Valayer gets one more strength save.
Oh no.
Okay.
Somehow I feel like I anticipate this.
Does it
So-
look like Damien's going over the edge?
Not at first. Damien is actually kind of getting the hang of it, like laying down, kind of getting the form down, and Perlin starts slowly moving down. He gets about halfway, and then he grabs onto this like tree root next to him to try to like hold him, and it just like comes undone. And he starts tumbling down the hill, taking.
Does he have slow fall?
Do you have fast fall or like feather fall? I think it's what it's called.
Yeah.
Is he like rolling down the hill towards us?
Yeah, he would be rolling towards you guys.
So like is he coming? Is he gonna hit the ground before?
So it's not like
Rolling
a
down.
it's not like a sheer cliff. It's not like this. It's more like this. So he's like kind of tumbling down.
Okay.
We'd like to stop him at
he's
the
not-
end.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
So you two line up.
So wait, I grabbed the root and it gave way, and I start falling. But is the rope not attached to me? What's going on?
My bad. I missed an important detail. You pull Damien down with you.
Yeah.
Okay, if it looks like
Feather fall!
if it looks like Damien's going over, can I like try and grab him and stop him from going over?
What would be like a reflex save? I guess dex save.
Yeah, probably a dex save.
Are we about to get another person?
Yeah, dex save. Okay.
Misses.
Dara, save me! This terrible wizard!
You just kind of like reach out and try to grab him, but like you catch air and you don't make the mistake of falling, of like going too far forward though.
He trips and falls and rolls down too.
So Perlin, as an elf. Oh man, your fall actually, like you're tumbling a little bit and you get like some like twigs in your hair or whatever, but I suppose the other two managed to catch you and stop your fall. You only take 2 bludgeoning damage from rolling.
How many?
2.
Oh.
Okay. And
seeing,
then,
Damien roll down
Damien.
2.
You do have armor on, so,
Might hurt me.
it might hurt more, it might hurt less with armor on. We don't know. We're gonna find out. Ooh. So it might have hurt more. Also, you were higher up, so you were already having a higher roll for damage.
Oh, that's really fair.
You are rolling down, and you hit a rock, and you start coming up, and then fall back down, and just fucking barrel in.
This is some Looney Tunes shit.
With the speed and mass that you're going down, fucking both people just bolt out of the way. Nobody's trying to catch you, and you take 9 bludgeoning damage as you land head down with your feet in the air, and your feet just kind of go limp as you hit the ground and just onto the ground.
Somebody help me up.
I feel like
I'm in excruciating pain.
What?
I said I feel like being the belayer is a pretty bad deal. You have to roll multiple saving throws. I guess
if only there was another person who would have traded off belaying.
I just let you kind of let you do your thing.
How is your strength save a 0?
Me?
No,
My strength save's a 5.
No, die roar.
That's his
Dex save.
That's my dex.
Oh, dex save. Sorry.
Grab.
Us thick boys dump decks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna shout down. Is everyone still alive?
Oh. I guess it was loud.
Hear the groans of pain.
Are you shouting?
I'm not shouting.
If I have to shout down at them, I won't do it.
Sort of a loud whisper.
Is the
Are you okay?
A stage whisper, if you will.
I hold up a
Stage whisper.
sign.
Okay.
Is the rope? Did the rope fall down with Damien?
I mean, I guess it's still attached to me, right?
Fungus, you're at full health right now, right?
I was, yes. Did I take any damage from
No, you didn't.
catching them?
Your roll 20 character just wasn't at full health. Or
Oh, my bad.
no, I fixed it.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. What was just being asked of me?
Did the rope fall down with Damien?
It depends. I'll say Damien was smart enough to be standing on the opposite side, and the rope is actually caught on a tree. And
Did I fall out?
there
of
is
it?
still rope.
Okay.
You're basically the end of the rope is still it got caught on a tree as it was falling, and you can reach out and grab it without too much struggle.
Is the other end still attached to me?
For now, yeah, you can undo that.
Okay, yeah, just making sure.
Yeah, I mean it's 100 feet of rope. The slope he said was only 70 feet. So.
Okay.
I feel like it's more 98 feet of rope actually, because you're losing on the knot.
I'll grab the end of the rope that's on top of the cliff, and I'll take it, and then I'll just can I tie it to a tree?
Mm-hmm.
If I do that, I tie that into the tree, and then I kind of look down, and I guess I'll try and climb down the rope.
Does this mean we're...
Athletics or acrobatics?
Wait a second. Are we surrendering the whole rope?
You probably wouldn't be able to retrieve this immediately. However,
we'll get it on our way back.
We could use it on the way back.
Yeah, so long as nothing comes and cuts it or anything while you're gone,
Man, that would
we'll
suck.
probably be there.
Athletics.
And as long as we're able to go back the way.
Foreshadowing.
There's no way. Okay, I rolled a 9 on my athletics check.
Taro, look out! That rope's slippery!
It's slippery.
But the rope give him
might be a little slippery with Damien's fucking skull blood on it.
You've got all this blood on the rope.
I was gonna say, would the rope give him advantage since he's like actually tied in?
He's not tied in. He's just lowering himself off the rope. You slip up a bit, and you don't like go into a full tumble like Damien did, but you do kind of like fall flat on your face and start sliding down a bit, but you don't slide all the way down. And you manage to get back up, get more firm on the rope and get the rest of the way down without too much trouble. But you do take 3 scraping damage.
Ouch.
Do you resist scraping damage?
I assume that would be bludgeoning, but it's also on his face, so...
I'd still consider that bludgeoning.
Yeah. I was just trying to, add to this.
I'll just,
guy were fucking eating shit.
I'll just kind of grumble to myself, and once I reach the bottom, seeing the fucking tumble that Damien took, I will walk over to him and say, sorry for not catching you. And then I'm going to use land hands and heal him for... How much did you take?
9.
I'll heal you for 4.
That's fair. Actually, you don't even have to heal me.
Are you sure?
Save it for yourself. Friend?
Sure thing, friend.
Yeah, I'm going without healing for now.
I'll heal Perlin, though. How much did you take?
He only took 2.
Only took 2.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
I only got so much healing. I don't want to use it.
How much healing do you get?
Well, at this point, I actually have 15.
Oh, nice.
Since I'm level 3.
You all managed to make it down. Most of you relatively unharmed, and most of your dignity intact, barring an exception.
I clean off my dignity.
You walk around and you find a little valley. You see this stream coming down. Across the stream, you see these 2 small statues. 1 second. Because you came in from the non-angle I thought you were going to come from. Because somebody doesn't want to fight whatever had that big nest. Might not even have to fight it. Right. Across the stream, you notice these 2. You can kind of make out these small statuettes. They have these like bird heads and arms that appear to be like strewn with wings and feathers. What are we doing?
So this is on the other side of the stream?
Yeah, you see it over this way. I think I moved you guys, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
As we approach the stream, does it look deep or something we could easily cross?
Doesn't look too deep. Like a foot, maybe 2 feet at the deepest. Land vehicles. What?
Alright, I rolled that by accident.
I just want to know what you rolled at.
I want to try to tread... I want to look for piranhas in the water. I feel like I would think that's a thing.
Okay, you can look for piranhas in the water.
I look for piranhas. Perception.
Okay.
There's gotta be piranhas.
Gotta be piranhas. You don't see piranhas. You see a few minnows, maybe. But
Arrow. Are these piranhas?
I look down in the water. They've gotta be.
As they're sort of doing this, I would like to just walk across the stream.
Alright.
Look out, the piranhas in the river!
Be careful, the piranhas catch you.
You walk across the stream and nothing happens to you. It might be a little slip, but you are careful enough to where you manage to get by just fine.
Do you think he was able to cross safely because piranhas do not like elves?
Atlas might also
are they
be
not piranhas?
I think the piranhas just ate, so they're probably not hungry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, very fortuitous today.
Atlas might be a little upset at his wet boots and socks.
I'd assume they're fairly waterproof.
Yeah. Okay. Perlin. Set them.
Is there any reason not to, like, during role playing, just like use my spells all the time? Do I like run out of
No,
magic?
there's no reason not to.
You can run out of
slots.
magic.
Spell slots.
You can use your cantrips, the like level 0 spells as much as you want, but your spell slot spells will run out.
Yeah.
Which one is jump?
I think
Jump
that's
is a level spell.
Yeah, I think
I
that'll
think it's
cost a
level
spell
1.
slot.
Probably.
What are spell slots?
So if you go to the wizard character or like the wizard page in the player handbook, it'll tell you how many spell slots you have at level like 3. I'm just gonna look it up right now. That way we know.
Well, say on the character sheet, if you go to the spells tab, it should say cantrips, and then the.
But he doesn't know how many he has. He has 4 level 1 spells and 2 level 2s.
Yeah, it says that on this.
Mm-hmm.
So it says like slots total 4, slots remaining 0. But like the way I use that backwards, instead of it's slots remaining, it's how many I've used, because you have these little like number buttons and you can just pop that up. And
Oh, is this my Excel sheet?
No, this is in the character sheet.
Is
yeah,
it?
It's in the character sheet. Yeah.
Huh.
The Roll20 character sheet's pretty good.
I never looked at the spells used.
And basically, if you want to cast a level 1 spell, you need to use a level 1 spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can also use a level 2 spell.
Cast a level 1 spell as a level 2 spell, but you can't cast down, but you can cast up.
It's basically like magic ammo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a good way to
Depending-
think about it.
So, with that knowledge, and also the fact that these piranhas don't like elves, I go ahead and walk across. But I was hoping to avoid wet boots, but I guess that's okay.
Okay.
I'll walk across as well.
I take off my boots and I walk across with my boots above my head. Hopefully the piranhas will not eat my flesh.
What if having wet boots fucks us over?
As Damien walks across with his bare feet, a minnow kind of like swims up and like tries to nibble at your toe for a second.
Oh shit! Racist piranhas.
Damien, be quiet. We don't know what could lurk in these woods.
They hate humans.
Fungus, are you crossing too?
I cross.
Alright. So you all cross. You get across the river and you get a better look at these 2 statuettes. They seem to be built over top of this.
It's shadowed out for me.
It should be shadowed out for you. In between them, can you see the 2 statuettes right here?
Yes.
Barely.
Okay, that
Yeah.
are they angels?
Right, one's
Do they
a
look
little-
like angels?
They look like bird people. In between them appears to be some kind of archway blocked by a big slab of stone.
And if we look on the map, this is basically where that
It's right here. Yeah.
ruin or
Yes, it's right.
we're at the center of the island, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, this must be the place. Question is, how do we open the door?
Well, why don't you
Going
start
to knock on the
first?
door.
You what?
I want to knock on the door. Nice.
Damn.
Is that made of wood?
No, I just
it's like paper mache.
it's stone. That's just the effect I had.
No, that's fair. Give him a moment to answer in case they're home.
You don't get the feeling something's gonna answer.
They are too poor to own servants.
Is there a door handle you could try?
Is there a door handle I can try? I'm assuming I'm just in the front.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a door handle you could try.
All right.
But
I'm going to try to push the door.
You expected like a lot more resistance from the seeming solid piece of rock in front of you, and it kind of moved when you knocked it.
I push the slab.
Okay, so the slab is kind of like circular in shape.
Or is it a pull slab?
Well, so you push, and contrary to what you were expecting, like the whole slab to move forward, only the bottom of the slab is moving up, and you feel the top seems to be attached, and you're kind of like opening it up. Stranger
Like
way.
a hinge?
Yeah,
I see.
like a hinge on the top of the.
I see.
I will say, a door such as this does not promote opening from the inside. Should we perhaps wedge it open somehow?
That'd probably be a smart idea.
I'll go over here. I'm gonna break off a branch. I'm gonna punch a branch and just go. Bah!
Punches a tree down.
Yeah. And
Punch a tree down?
Yeah, you can break you can break a branch without too much
And then
effort. Why is he punching trees? Why is the mean senator punching trees? I guess he's a representative, not a senator, but
close enough.
yeah. Yeah, you break a pretty big, sturdy branch off.
I would like to set it up to where the flap won't go down. Like,
Or at least not all the way.
yeah.
You wedge it in there, and you get it holding pretty sturdy. The door is way lighter than it looks. Like, very easy to lift up for you. And the stick seems to hold it pretty fine.
Heard? Can I go in?
What do you want to go in? You can go in.
I mean, I assumed I had to since I was putting the.
Right?
Whoa!
Can you see?
I'm gonna keep
I
the
can.
door open for everyone.
I can. Can I?
You can't. You shouldn't be able to see behind you, but I don't have a way to like.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Open it and that you would be able to see behind you, but you should be able to see like the forest and everything behind you, but that is less relevant.
I see.
I would like to remind you, I do not have dark vision.
Same.
I will need you to take the lead, or at least get a torch.
Okay, there we go.
Darryl,
as you
do you want to hold the torch, or should I hold the torch?
Oh, we're all in here.
Yeah.
Do you want to take the lead, Damien? If
I just assumed you would all step in to see.
As
As you step in,
we could have.
Let me describe.
so right now, Bungus and Perlin, you guys are actually standing on a staircase. As you walk in, you notice a staircase going deep into this large room. To the sides, it's like raised up, and you're kind of like walking down, and from like this line where the terrain changes, that's like about 10 feet above this floor. As you walk in, you notice a big where you see this floor change, you notice that's like sunken in, and it's a little wet at the bottom. Like it looks like there might have been water in there at some point. And from the center, there's a large spire with a glowing gem at the top, emitting light.
How tall is the spire?
About 10 feet.
Okay.
Little shorter than what the like railing on the side of the staircase would be.
Is it, you said it's glowing, is it like emitting enough light to see inside this? Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's fairly bright.
Not super bright, but bright.
Okay.
So this is a large chamber. Like, it seems like the right, like you said, this is a staircase and the railing's like pretty up high, right?
Yeah, it goes deep. Yes.
You said we're going down like 10 feet or so?
Down about 10, 12 feet. And then the spire in the center of the room
is about 10 feet high. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got
it's
you.
It's level with the bottom of the stairs, or level with the top of the stairs?
Okay, so hang on. So like where the floor is different from here to the stairs, this part is kind of level with where you walked in, like the lower part is. And it is about 12 feet higher than the like masonry looking part.
Okay, so we walk down like 10 feet and then it slopes back up like 10 feet to the spire. So it's almost V-shaped.
No, it's not slope. The spire is just in the middle of this. This is actually like a pit, like that goes even deeper, and there's like water at the bottom of this pit.
So we go down 10 feet of steps, we get to sort of a flat-ish area, then it drops down some more, but there is a 10-foot spire that is seemingly level with the bottom of the stairs, or it's level with the floor that we're on.
A little lower than the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Higher than the floor you're on.
Got it. Okay.
So, the gem is on the spire that is 10 feet high. The ground around it, that little, like, sunken-in part, is wet. Like, water used to be there?
Yeah.
And you said there's a door to the north here?
There is a door to the north.
You're like, well, I'm not sure how secure that gem is on the spire. Perhaps this is the relic we're looking for. I can do the honors.
Before you do, I think we need to have a talk.
About what?
Don't be racist.
I don't know what your captain meant by don't let the dwarves get this gem.
It's true.
The temple the temple that I come from that wants this is not of dwarvish relations. It's a temple of all races. It was actually a kobold that led me to here to find this gem. So I don't.
Hold on, I need to message Quentin to clarify something.
I'm just confused as what the dwarves would want with it as well.
Perhaps any magical item.
Damn, he just hopped right in.
Perhaps any magical item would be useful to any of these nations. We don't know what the relic here does. Could do any number of things. Perhaps that serves some sort of military or symbolic victory for either of the nations. Maybe it could be turned into a weapon, or maybe it is just a show of we are greater conquerors than your nation.
Now, we've traveled together for a long time. And you know that, as far as I know, my temple, I guess that's kind of out of character. My character believes that the temple's not doing anything. The kobold said that he found a shrine underneath, and it awoke a dark spirit. And he believes that if we restore this relic to this shrine, it will appease this spirit. And so if we don't want to use it for evil or anything, you know that I just want to return to my temple with this.
And I had no ill thoughts of your intentions, Bungus.
As you all are talking, I just want to point out the gem's glowing, but it doesn't seem like anything special.
Oh, is it literally just like a light source?
Oh, it's not the gem?
I don't think
it's just a light source.
Oh no!
As we scanned about the room, is there another door?
Well,
yes, there's a door to the north.
Bungus. But I can't assure you, Bungus. I can assure you that I have no ill intentions with the gem.
As they're sort of having this conversation, I'd like to just walk over and accidentally sort of lean against the door, having been engrossed in the conversation that's going on.
The door seems pretty solid. It doesn't actually get behind you or anything.
Gentlemen, it does look like there perhaps is another entryway or exit over here. Perhaps there's more to see in this temple? Can I...
Yes.
Is the door seem locked, or is there a handle of some kind I can pull on, or...
Roll investigation.
Sure.
So, you start patting around, the door, you're it looks similar to what the last door looked like. You push, but it doesn't fold in the way the other door did. And as you're patting around, you notice in the frame next to the door, there seems to be a pattern in the rocks, with kind of a rock extending further than the other rocks.
A button of some kind?
You wouldn't call it a button, but yeah, a button of some kind.
Okay. So I will push on the button.
Okay. You push the button.
What the hell is that?
As you push the button,
Oh no!
water starts flowing in from the east side of the room.
Fuck.
Who triggered this? I start frantically looking at some way to get the door open.
Door does not appear to
Open,
have any immediate way to open. Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps the light source or whatever this gem is, maybe we could just grab that and head out before the water drowns us? Is it coming in fast, or is it just
it's
slowly?
It's coming in pretty fast. After about 1 minute or so, this entire area, lowered area, would be full.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
So,
as it's
described it.
I would say, just as it's filling in, I'm heading towards the stairs just to be on that side of the room.
Okay.
Could you describe the door again?
It's flat. A detail I missed on your investigation. It appears it would open by sliding upward.
Oh, well.
It doesn't have any discernible features other than it's way flatter than the rocky ball around it.
Okay.
And what was the button thing that he pressed?
It triggered the water.
It appears to have triggered the water.
Was that on the door?
Just next to the door.
It was next to the door.
I was next to the door, okay. Well, if Atlas, told us about the door after his investigation check, I'll try and run over and try and lift it up, I suppose. I'd ask Damien, I need your help, please.
Strength check?
Sure, roll strength checks.
God damn it.
You don't manage to budget. You also don't manage to budget.
Ah!
I'm going to give you
Ah!
3 minutes of real time to think about what you're doing.
Bungus
Wait.
with a 20, does that...
I ran over there and I was fucking disappointed. I said, "Come on, let's get serious."
Bungus runs in with a 20. He manages to get like a grip on an irregularity at the bottom of the door and starts pulling, but the door still doesn't seem to budge.
Fuck.
I'm going to try the front door.
The water is now about at your ankles.
I'm going to try the front door because we have the branch wedged in the front.
You could still walk out to the front door.
I just want to have it open.
Okay, yeah, the front door is still open.
So you're going to like draining
you
or
ran back up the stairs and
oh shit, never mind. Sorry, I thought we were... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we don't have to move the tokens around to talk this, just like...
But it seemed
your imagination.
when he ran up there, it looked like the front door was still open. It wasn't.
Yeah, the front door is still open
sealed
when he runs
behind
up there, yeah.
Can I do an investigation check to do, like, look around, see if there's anything else?
As you look around, you notice on top of the spire there appears to be a hole just below the gem.
Oh, fuck. This is all full of water, right?
All of the, like, discolored area down below is, yes, all of the lower area. And up to about your ankles where you're standing now. Actually, a minute and a half, about your upper thigh.
I'm gonna leap and dunk it. I'm gonna go and dunk it.
Dunk what?
I'm gonna dunk the gem into the hole.
You're gonna dunk the gem in. The hole is much smaller than the gem. The hole's about, like... Actually, the hole's pretty big. You might be able to, like, dunk out the gem and get it in the hole.
Wait, I thought it was...
But the hole is not gem-shaped.
Oh, fuck.
Bungus.
The water is about at your belly button. For Bungus, it's much higher. It's probably like close to neck level.
I'm like starting to swim.
Do we want to attack the door, or
I'm gonna go to this side, just because I'm starting to fucking panic.
Okay.
I want to take my glaive and knock off the gem on top of the.
Yeah, just reach across and
you
poke
could
it.
probably reach it and poke it with your glaive. Yeah.
Does it look like it'll come off? Like if I push it off or something?
It looks like it might be. You might be able to knock it loose.
Okay, I'll knock it loose.
The water's still flowing in pretty fast. Roll an attack real quick.
Okay.
Right.
Attack.
Ooh.
12.
Hold my breath.
So you manage to not touch the gem, but your feet kind of slide into the lower area that you can't really see where it begins or ends under the water anymore, and you don't really get a good grip of it. The water starts rising higher and higher until it becomes until it looks like. Or I assume you're all like swimming and like trying to like head for the exit. And when the water reaches the height of the hole on top of this spire, all of it seems to start sucking into that hole.
Of course.
So it's not getting
Merlin,
higher.
you wouldn't have any way to magically acquire that gem, pull it off of its support?
I was just reviewing my spell book, and I don't think so.
No
The water level
magical
seems to be
hand of
getting-
some kind to grab things with?
No.
We
That
had
probably
some
would have been a good
rope.
idea, though. Rope? Let me see.
You lasso it.
Well, I was gonna say you just tie me, and I'll just fucking leap over, grab onto the spire, and grab it.
True.
I don't think
as the water hits the height of the spire and like passes over top of the hole, you notice the water seems to stop flowing in, and the water level seems to start going down.
So as we're sort of standing on the stairs, we're not really in any danger of drowning.
Right. After about
Perhaps
Sorry.
with the water in the room, we might have more success on lifting that door. Maybe it's triggered by the surrounding water.
So you said the water level is going down?
yeah.
Sort of reached like an apex at like the top of the gem and then started going back down again.
Can we guess that it's like draining from... Is it draining from the door?
Um.
Because, like, I mean, once it hits that, like, the top of the
Have
spire...
you ever heard
it
of
should
a
just go-
Pythagoras cup?
I have, actually.
As have I. Damien has not.
Actually, Atlas probably has a good idea. Being cup related and not too dumb.
I do have a spell book for Mage Hand. I don't know what that spell is, and I haven't learned it yet.
Then you can't use it until you learn it.
How do I learn it?
You need to read it for like an hour and add it to your spell book, and you can do that like in downtime, like if you're short resting or something.
Okay.
I think you can look in the rule book. It takes a certain amount of time and a certain amount of monetary materials to like copy it over in your spell book, like fine inks and papers, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if Quentin's playing those rules or not, but then you would have to source like those ingredients. I'm not sure.
So after the water drains down to like a very low level in the like little fountain like puddle below you. The door seems to open.
The north door?
Yeah.
Interesting. What the fuck is that?
So as we approach this
Atlas, would you like to go first? Do the honors of exploring this new frontier.
sure, if you're too scared to stick your face in the wondrous... Holy shit! Whoa! Sort of like round the door and look in.
Yeah. As you step in, you see this incredibly large avian skull. There's like a cavern in between you with 3 ways to go. The avian skull seems to be blocking your path immediately forward. To your left, you see a large boulder blocking the way, and to your right, you don't see anything.
Does this skull look carved out of stone or like an actual bone skull?
It looks like an actual bone skull.
Wow.
I'll be right back.
Atlas, do you know what kind of bird this is?
Of course I know what kind of bird this is. Do you not?
Lost Jim?
I'll be honest, I definitely nodded off during those lessons.
I'm not an expert in bird law.
Somehow,
Well,
Damien,
God!
this does not surprise me that you would be sleeping during important
He is innocent.
teachings. I will clearly demonstrate what sort of bird this is.
What?
Can I make some sort of, I would say, I guess either like a history or nature check to try to guess what kind of bird creature would make a skull this large?
Sure.
Which history or nature? Or investigation or medicine or what would...
I think make an investigation check on the skull itself would be...
Okay.
You don't really... You've never heard of anything this large. You didn't know things could get as large as that.
Okay.
If that's a real skull.
I will turn to Damien. Oh, sorry. You have more to say. Sorry.
But looking at the skull itself, you notice it's like harder around the beak. You can kind of like, if you want to reach out and touch it, you can. The eye sockets, something seems to be blocking them in a way that like doesn't look normal for a skull.
Okay. Clearly, Damien, this is the skull of the amorphic monstra bird. Surely you've heard of it. Giant carrion birds that circle the plains, mostly hunting on giant folk and other large mammoth-type creatures. Back in the ages of ice, and I can't believe that you had never heard of something along these lines.
Well, you know, I would love some more details if you would oblige me.
Well, I know that not too much is known about them other than they had passed many centuries ago and mostly fed on large, already deceased prey. They were not much of predators, more of scavengers, as you can tell by the hardened beak. As you see here, and I'll like sort of knock on the beak. These little sockets on the sides, I'm just sort of making up shit as I like poke out things.
Let's roll an insight check. You are fairly confident that
He's fucking bullshitting his way.
that's not how that bird works. I'm not letting you roll deception on that because you're talking about a thing that.
That's exactly
right
what
in front of
deception
you.
is for.
I know it's not. It's different in this
Why
context.
would it live underground?
It's different in this context because he's rolling insight on the bird itself, and he's like, I don't think that's what this is. He's not sure if what you're saying is entirely false, but he's fairly sure that that's not what we're looking at.
Well, you see, this bird probably did not exist underground. This is probably something relating to the bird people we saw in the outside of the temple. Some sort of relic of a god they worshipped.
Now that makes
say, really?
sense.
Now, anyway, it seems like two of the paths here are blocked. May as we head to the eastern side, or... There is something quite strange about the eye sockets of this skull. I perhaps wonder if we could pass through them.
I think. See, I meta-wise, I think I know this, but I don't know if Dyro would. Could I do an investigation check on the eye sockets?
Sure.
Okay. 17.
You see kind of like a stony surface behind it, and you can make out these like two large slots, one in each hole, with like ruins around it.
Okay. My eyes kind of drift to the gemstones, the two that are in this like area, like this one here and this one here. I want to walk up to one and try and pick it up.
Okay. As you walk up to it and try to grab it, it seems to be pretty solidly attached to the rest of the cave.
Never mind.
Okay. So you're just gonna stand in front of the skull? Are you gonna explore any further? What we do?
So you said these two are blocked off?
Yeah, the way to the left is blocked by a large boulder. The way north is blocked by a big bird, and the way right is open.
I would like to open the bird's beak.
It's open.
It's not open. The beak is closed.
I would like to open it.
You can roll a strength check. You can certainly try, Matt. You pull your fingers under and start pulling and pulling and pulling, and it doesn't budge.
I'd like to open it.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was a response to what you were saying. You were like, no, it's closed. I was like, I would like to open it.
So you said the right side's open, but like...
Yeah, you can check out the right side.
But... So my vision is kind of blocked here.
Oh, sorry.
Here and here?
So, yeah, up north. You didn't let me know you were entering. I have a thing for this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're entering.
Okay. So, this area over here, there doesn't look to be anything over there. It's just darker because the only light source is this gem, and this gem is on this side of the stalagmite.
I see.
The room appears to be about a 25 by 25 foot wide, or actually, it appears to be like 25 by 50. You can like see all the way in here, but as you get like a closer look, you realize that there's like this large mirror on the north wall.
A mirror, okay.
A mirror all across the northern wall.
Huh. I'd like to walk up to the mirror.
All right.
Put my hand
As you
on
walk
it.
up to the mirror, you notice that you don't see your own reflection. You just see the reflection of the room.
Does he see the rest of the party in the reflection?
No. He just sees the room.
I'd like to put my hand on the mirror.
As you do, your hand kind of passes through this like veil.
I'm gonna pull my hand out and be like, Perlin?
Yeah.
What is this?
Can I inspect it?
Roll Arcana.
Yeah.
As you're inspecting it, you kind of like take a stick or something and just kind of push it through, and you can see it disappear on a line. It just looks like you're reaching your hand out and your hand is just vanishing into nothing, but you can still feel it. You kind of take a gulp and you put your head through, and as you put your head through, the mirror just dissipates
That sounds bad.
all around you, revealing the northern half of the room.
Okay. I thought I was gonna like have my head and my body in two separate dimensions.
No. The northern, you look around and you see a stone slab in the corner. The gem's not moving, I'm just moving it so you guys can see. You see a stone slab in the left corner, and in the right corner you see what looks almost like a shelf with scraps of parchment on it, and this large nest beneath it. In the center, there's this broken totem.
I don't see the shelf. Where's that?
That's probably because I need to give you dark vision.
I do not have dark vision.
I know you
Neither
don't.
do I.
I do.
Could we light a torch, maybe?
Do I
You're
need
like
to have dark
60
vision?
feet. I think you're an elf. You have dark vision.
Oh, why did I just... I added that spell to myself. That was dumb.
You guys cast it on other people.
Yeah. Anyone
You can every level up. You should be able to change around spells.
Well, he can change his spells. He can't change ones he chooses.
Yes, he can.
Like, he can't... Say he has 44 spells. He can't choose a different 44 every level up. He can choose...
Yeah, you can, like...
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
He's already
spells.
chosen it in his book. He can't change that. But he can say, okay, I'm not using this one tomorrow. I'm not having it as my selected, 5 spells right now, or... Yeah, probably more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. You all managed to make enough of the light in the room to see everything I'm talking about, even if it doesn't look like you can.
Just like an
there's,
office desk over here.
It's like a stone slab, almost like a table in the corner.
I feel like you should wheel a rolling chair up to that.
And on the right side, right about here, you see like a little furnace built up with embers still burning in it.
So the embers are still burning.
Yeah.
Someone might still be here.
Or maybe it is an eternal flame.
That's true, there was just a magic mirror wall thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no telling what else we might run into.
Do you want to investigate anything in there?
I still can't really see.
Here.
I'm gonna light a torch. So me and Damien can see.
Alright. Instead of extending your vision, I'm just going to extend how much light this emits. That fix it.
I'm going to stand next to the die roll so I can see very well.
Alright. You see a totem, like a broken totem in the center of the room. You see the furnace, you see the stone slab, and you see in the right corner there's like a nest. Looks like a bird's nest with a shelf, a stone shelf, and you can see scraps of rotting parchment on it.
I guess I'd like to look at the shelf.
Okay. On the shelf, you will roll investigation. Actually, I'm not going to make you roll investigation for it. On the shelf, you find a pair of old spectacles, along with a few scraps of rotting parchment that doesn't look like you'd be able to do much with. And then inside the nest, you find 3 pieces of gold that don't look like any gold you've ever seen. They don't look like any type of coin you've ever seen before. At the pencils to your inventory.
Can I tell anything about the pieces of gold? Are there characters on it? Or imagery?
Just like bird heads.
Bird heads? Huh.
Do I see this coinage?
No,
I'm not going to try
blind.
to hide it.
Oh,
I ask people if they recognize it.
do I know of any kingdoms with a bird head on it?
You would not.
On their coinage?
You might, but
Is anyone familiar with bird law?
I know a guy. Would I recognize the coinage at all? Just off a glance.
Probably not. I don't think any of you would recognize the coinage.
Damn.
I'd like to investigate the forge.
Okay.
Or I don't know if it's like
the embers.
like it's an actual forge.
Roll Arcana.
Oh no. I hate playing dumb characters. 13.
You're not that dumb. You get the sense that these flames have been burning for a very, very, very long time by some kind of means. It almost seems that like as you're looking into them, they almost seem to be beckoning you to place something in them.
I think you were right, Damien. These embers, they've been burning for quite some time. For some reason, I have a strange feeling we need to place something within.
Are those ingots at your feet, Tyrell?
What'd you say, Atlas? I'm sorry.
I said
they probably are, but they're not part of anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this totem what looks like a crash totem
The
pole?
totem.
That's real?
Yeah, that's there. That's there.
Other than sort of the winged iconography that we can see that's sort of bird-like, is there anything else on the totem that language-wise or inscription or some sort of runes that would give any sort of idea of what's going on in this room?
Bless you again.
Bless
Sorry,
you.
thank you.
Roll.
If I find language, I would cast. Oh wait, I don't have that spell.
You're not. You don't see language on the totem. They wouldn't put words on the totem, but you can roll investigation or insight. I guess would be the only things I think would get you. You notice a pattern to the totem heads. You notice that they're like not structured in ways where there's like a head on top of each other. It's almost like shapes flowing into each other, and there's like something at the top of it, but you're not sure what you're looking at.
Okay. I guess, Dairua, would you perhaps be able to reassemble this fallen totem, stack it in the way it's been broken to see if there's anything potentially missing from here?
Sir, I can try.
Alright.
Not very skilled in assembling totems, though, so give me a moment.
I will guide you.
You don't have any trouble like stacking it back the way it was. Roll raw strength or athletics, I guess. Yeah, for just picking it up.
Okay. 19.
Ooh, really strong. Dairua might be a bit too strong of a boy, as you've got the base down. You've got the centerpiece kind of resting on it a little precariously, but you've leaned it up against the wall. And when you go to pick up the top of it, you grab the two wings jutting out from the sides, and you try to pick it up by those, and the wings just like come straight off. And as you look in the center, you see like this stone like bare inside the top of the totem.
Like it was hidden inside the totem? The top of the totem? I'll reach down and pick it up and hold it out for everyone to see.
You aren't able to get the stone out.
Is it like wedged in there?
Seems like it.
I want to bring up my foot and just smash the top of the totem.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I'm not going to roll for it. You smash the totem and the stone comes out. You can see this like carving and like maybe ruins on the stone.
Do they look like the same runes on the eye socket of the big bird skull?
Yes.
I think this might be something we're looking for to move forward.
Anybody else?
So.
Oh, fuck.
So there's.
You're still listening to god dang.
So there's the
yes,
little
you can hear the beach from this.
There's a little forge. There's a nest in the corner, and then what's in the opposite corner is like scrolls in some sort of shelf, right?
The corner with the nest is the scrolls on the shelf. The opposite corner is just like an empty table, like a higher, like there doesn't appear to be anything there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perlin, did you find anything in that nest of interest?
These gold coins with bird heads on them. But I don't think any of us have been familiar with them.
Perhaps melting them in the furnace might provide more answers? Is there any sort of molds around the furnace? Something that would, like, if you melted something into it, it'd make a shape? Or is it just like a furnace with the tongs? It's just like a
furnace with the tongs.
That stone you found, Dairo, does seem of some importance. Perhaps trying to remove that would serve some purpose. Although I believe there must be something more to this forge here. Is the totem made out of wood or stone?
It is made out of wood.
Oh, it's made out of wood. Perhaps if we put the totem in the furnace, we might be able to burn away the wooden parts of it and reveal the stone interior that you were trying to break out.
I smashed the top of the totem with my foot.
The rest of the totem is still a thing.
I think the stone's free.
Yeah, the stone is free. The stone is free.
There might be more, though.
Are there more of them inside, you think?
Potentially. I'll pass Atlas one of the other sections of the totem that I didn't smash.
Struggle with it and, like, lower it into the furnace.
As you place it on top of the ever-burning flames of this furnace, it ignites and just burns up way faster and brighter, and the flames turn to all like kinds of shades of like green and blue as it's burning through, revealing underneath the larger section of the totem this suit of like these plates of armor.
Well, this is quite interesting. Is there more parts of this totem we might burn and reveal?
How many parts are there?
There were 3 parts. There was the head, which is what you got the stone out of. You got the armor out of the center, and then there's still a base.
I guess we'll place the base on the...
Do you remove the armor?
From the forge, yes.
Yeah.
We'll use like the tongs and just lay it down.
No. As you are removing the armor, you get the sense that it's better than it was just being in the totem. You can feel sort of an aura to it as you're moving it.
Can I inspect it?
Yeah.
I would like to
Roll you Arcana. Oh, y'all beat me to it. Okay. Hang on. Check the Perlin stages. You can check the magic items. There should be a new one in there for you.
I was gonna say I was gonna start ritually casting Identify, but I'll do that on the stone, so that'll take me 10 minutes.
Okay. You said like check my items or
magic items. It's like on the on the section where the characters are.
okay. Is the new one at the top or the bottom? Oh, I see it. I see it. So this doesn't mean that it's my item. It just means that I have the description of it.
Yeah. I mean, you guys all get to decide whose item it is, but you get a pretty good sense of what it's doing.
Yeah, I'll tell the party. I don't know if are other people able to see that or not.
No, only you can see it right now.
Okay. I'm sensing some sort of magic that this armor was perhaps from a seafarer or fisherman, and it grants the wearer the ability to swim quite quickly, probably as fast as you could walk.
Damn.
Also, seems to raise the wearer to the surface if they were to perhaps reach a critical level of vitality while underwater.
Sounds very useful. What type of armor is it?
It's called the Mariner's Armor.
It is
light, medium, or heavy.
This specific one would be a medium armor.
Okay. Also, it is decorated with fish and shell motifs. In case you guys hadn't looked closely yet.
That would be... You go, Daryl.
No. The armor I have now is perfectly fine. Meta terms, I want to keep my heavy armor and not go down to medium armor.
Oh, this is medium. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're more than willing to take it. I don't know if everyone else can wear medium armor.
What kind of medium armor is it? Like, because I know there's like several different kinds.
It's kind of a plate armor.
What kind of plate?
Well, I think plate's heavy armor, isn't it?
That's what I thought.
Or not, I guess not plate, but it's just kind of
like a scale mail.
I think
kind of like a scale
like half plate or scale mail. I think is medium.
Yeah, I think half plate's full.
Is that heavy armor too?
But I think a breastplate would be medium armor.
No, half plate's medium.
Okay.
Oh, half plate is medium.
Yeah, pretty sure. I think like Rangers would wear it.
Hold on.
I don't think so.
Half plate is medium.
I was just making a.
What's the AC?
Meta-wise,
what's the AC?
I didn't pick what kind of armor.
Half plate is 15 plus a max of 2 from your dexterity armor class.
Right.
But it does give you disadvantage on stealth.
Okay. Do you need anything else?
What AC does this armor provide, Quentin? Just a meta question. Unless you don't want to tell me, which is also fine.
I just don't know right now.
Oh,
I hadn't
yeah.
thought.
Let's backburner that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm taking 10 minutes to ritually cast Identify on the I guess rock thing.
Right. Okay. After your 10 minutes is up, you get a pretty good sense. You understand the spell in it to make this into some sort of keystone.
Awesome. Keystone.
Did we burn
Keystone.
the
You
third
did not.
part of the totem? I'll take the bottom part and put on the forge thing.
All right. You burn the bottom part, and underneath it, you see these two bracers with kind of like leather straps. It's strange. The leather doesn't seem to be burning in the fire. They're both pretty narrow, not enough to be like armor or anything, and they have these runes on them.
Pass the bracers over to someone that understands magic.
I'll inspect them. I have a +2 to my intelligence.
Of course, Damien, go ahead.
You can inspect them. Ah, yes.
Well,
These
we
are
have
those. Wait, do you have advantage?
I don't know why I would have advantage. Unless a die roll was helping me channel my innate talent.
I have no knowledge in Arcana, so I don't know.
You can tell that there's something magic about these bracelets, but you're not really sure what they do.
Well, a good scholar learns best by doing. I put on the bracelets.
Both of them?
They're cursed.
Yes.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay.
On the other hand, I also try to move my hands apart.
Hands apart?
Yes.
You're fine.
These bracers are most definitely cursed. We just don't know how yet.
Do not put that evil on me.
Damien, why don't you
have
pass?
enough curses.
Now you dispel curse right now, Daryl.
Congratulations, you have cancer now.
Oh, damn it. Different kind of curse.
Damien, why don't you pass those braces to some of our more learned folks?
Such as yourself. Do you want to
That
cast
was
Identify
implied. Yeah, I'll start ritually casting Identify.
Alright.
If he hands them to me.
I have to hand them to you?
Yes.
You could probably do it with just one of them.
I will give you one. I know how your kind operates.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow.
The fuck?
Everybody check your pockets.
Oh my god.
Damien, I would say that you were cruising for a bruising, but I think you already know that at this point. Mentioning it is not really worth the breath it would take.
So does he identify?
Oh, yeah.
It takes 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, it takes 10 minutes. I was assuming
right.
you guys would probably...
Walk around and...
Yeah. I don't know. Insert a keystone or something.
Yeah, let's go insert a keystone into the bird skull.
Okay. As you insert the keystone into the bird skull, the rock on the like you put it in the eye, and that eye starts to like glow a bright orange, and the rock to your left disappears.
Oh, the boulder?
Yeah.
Oh. What do we
just
see?
kind of like vaporizes in the light. You see a small room with a fountain. It has flowing water in it, and it is topped with another glowing gem. The gems seem to be a natural fixture to this like tunnel system, not.
Yeah, I'm walking in.
All right.
I'll walk
Looks pretty tame.
All right. The fountain is like topped with a bird, with like a large person form with like a bird skull, but appears to be almost womanly. She appears that she's crying with water coming out of like her eyes, and water spewing from there. There are images of other bird skulls and like some thorns and some like webbing around the air fountain. And there is a plaque written in a language that none of you can understand.
Well, one of our friends here, was it comprehend languages?
Yes, I believe, Perlin, you have the ability to cast something along those lines?
Yes, I do.
You can. So you cast comprehend languages?
Yes.
Right. You get to read the plaque, and the words kind of blur into an elvish script. And you're able to read, "Only one who has drunk from the fountain will find what they seek."
All right, I'll share with the group what it appears to say to me. Who wants to go first?
I will.
There's like a small cup located at each one of these little triangles. So there's 4 around the mountain, or around the fountain, not mountain. You want to go pick it up? Try to.
Sure do.
You drink from it. You don't feel anything right away.
I'll go to another cup and drink from it.
All right, you're also drinking?
We're all in this together, boys. Come on.
I'll drink
Okay,
one
so-
too.
Yeah, I'll do it.
How many cups are there?
There were 4.
There are 4.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Probably good to have at least one person not partake. I'll clink glasses with Bungus before drinking it.
That is very classy.
After a few minutes, you all drank together. The water tasted like normal water. Matt, you kind of start feeling this sensation in your chest. You're like,
Turn into a bird.
you kind of like burp for a second, and it tastes like cinnamon, but you feel the worst fucking like afterburn you've ever gotten.
Did the wizard cast fireball into my throat?
I'm just gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna fudge that fucking dice.
Did I die?
Takes 40 fire damage.
You take 4 like burn like fire damage from your throat. It's
How much was it originally?
12.
That's
Ouch.
fine.
It's 2d6. I rolled 2 6s.
Oh no.
I take my 12.
A 100 and then Jesus, goddamn.
God. Okay. You were a 7. Perlin, you were who was second? Bungus was second.
Yes.
You were a 5.
What did you say Berlin was? 7?
No. Damien was a 7. Perlin was a 3.
Damien was a 12.
No, Damien. I have a chart for what this fountain does to you.
Okay.
Oh,
so I...
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you took 2d6 fire damage from Taste Like Cinnamon.
And that was 12
For a
damage.
5, you feel your body start changing. Fungus. You your hair starts to grow longer and your beard starts to like kind of retract into your face. It appears that you have become a woman. Erlin, you stare at your hand.
I'm staring at Bungus.
Sense of chemistry.
You're staring at Bungus's Bungus. What a nice Bungus he had. You kind of hold your hand up and you're able to see Bungus straight through it. Your entire body starts to fade and become invisible.
Oh my god. Perlin disappeared.
Dyror, you rolled a 1 on your outcome.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The water is cool and refreshing. You need not drink again for a whole day.
Oh. Okay.
After another minute or so,
walk over there and slap him.
Damien,
I know what your problem is. I thought that was great.
You start coughing again, and you kind of hack up something. You feel it fall out of your mouth and into your hand, and you look down, and it's the keystone.
I
hope it was worth it.
I will walk up to Damien and sort of put my hand on his shoulder. Say, you don't look so good after that. Why don't I take this off your hands? And I will cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay.
So, Bungus, do you go by Bunga now?
I guess. I guess I'm Bunga.
You heal 11 points.
Everything I've said about your people.
I'm doing this off, I've never run a dungeon before, so I have kind of an outline that I got from somewhere else. I've edited it, but I took this straight from the outline, and that's such a fucking funny reason. I didn't even know that was all the fucking chart.
So, Perlin, are you still here?
Perlin, you can still hear and see everybody just fine. You just seem to be invisible.
Can I speak just fine?
Yeah.
What?
Trying to decide if I want to speak. I guess I will. I'll not pull any tricks right now. Yeah, what do you mean?
Who said that?
Nothing happened to me, right?
Perlin! Where are you?
I'm over here with Bunga.
You're kind of hard to see now. As in, we can't see you at all.
I don't see him.
Can I move my hand out until I follow his voice until I can pat him?
Yeah.
Perlin, what does heaven look like?
You are able to touch him. Perlin, what does what?
Heaven look like?
It's basically the same, except Bungus is a beautiful woman.
No, we're all in the same hell together.
Don't fight your feelings.
Oh no.
Alright.
This is truly the worst outcome for me. I'm a woman on the seas. Oh no. Oh.
Well, barring invisibilities and gender swaps, I believe we have the second keystone that we need.
If these effects don't fade in the next couple of hours, I'm sure we can find someone to reverse the changes made to you.
What does Bunga say?
sure hope so. I'm tired of the eyes already.
You have nothing to worry about from me.
I start to avert my gaze and then realize I'm invisible.
All right.
Bunga feels hands coming like on her shoulders. Alright.
You even changed your name to Bunga. I like that.
Do you insert the other keystone?
I do.
Alright. You climb up. You have to climb up a little bit to reach it, and you maybe just hold it over there, and it kind of like floats and then like rotates and sets down into its place. The eye starts glowing with another orange glow, this time out of both eyes, and the mouth opens.
See, Damien, you had a good idea for once.
Always said, all problems can be solved by drinking.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
I was thinking along the lines of a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Wait, did Dyward drink from the fountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What effect did you have?
It was just cool and refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
Dyro's little tummy is full.
I don't know what your problem is. Thought it was very nice.
Hey, I don't mind being invisible. It's kind of nice.
But you can never get your portrait painted.
Do you guys remember what I looked like, or did you forget already?
I would like to use disguise self and just change my face to look like Perlin. It like sort of takes a second. You see sort of like the skin like model and rearrange almost for a second, and then my face looks like Perlin's face. Still wearing the same clothes and stuff, just using that to like change my face to look like you.
Just so we don't forget.
Yeah.
Of course,
thank
we
God.
would never forget what you looked like.
This is unsettling.
It doesn't last long. I can undo it if you would like.
Oh, it's okay.
I will just keep walking through as Perlin dressed in my clothes.
Alright. You all go through the bird skull mouth. It's
sorry.
like a long cavern that opens up into this very large.
Ooh.
This
Whoa.
is large.
Kind of an atrium or something. There's a stream that flows through the center, cutting off the other side. To your left, there's this large, about 20-foot wide stage, almost. And on it, you see 3 big chests and 1 small golden chest. You can see a glistening of something across the river, the stream.
Ooh.
Perlin, do you have the ability to create a light source?
Do I?
Correct.
I can give people dark vision.
Not quite what I was looking for. Perhaps a torch, or does someone have one of those?
I do. I think I lit one earlier.
Just Quentin,
Really?
FYI,
No,
you
yeah.
could change someone's dark, I guess, vision
No,
attributes
I
to
know-
like
I
give
know
them
that
an
I can do that,
extra, whatever, 20 feet of bright vision or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you can have them create light instead of just giving them vision. You can have them emit a light source for a certain amount of space.
Okay. I don't feel like messing with the tokens.
Okay.
As you guys walk closer to the stream, you can see more glowing rocks, 2 large ones on the stand. And you're able to just make out this large podium, and inside of it you see this crystalline, rainbow, multicolored, glowing, like cut gem. It's in like an emerald cut, and it seems to be levitating within almost a glass case across the street. And that's where we will pick it up next time.
Sounds good.
Interesting.
Right.
I don't want to stop.
Well, we gotta stop because what comes next is gonna be
Full session.
I guess we'll find
not
out.
full session. Not full session, but you're gonna be too long.
All right.
Didn't expect Bunga to happen, but that's cool.
God damn it.
I'm sure it will pass, or we can get it reversed,
Yeah, probably.
or someone will fall in love with you. Just saying.
They do these surgeries all the time. All right. Excellent session. I will catch you all next Wednesday. That's what today is, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.
Sounds good.
See y'all.
Hi, guys.
See you guys.
Yeah.